Here we have an OE GM drive shaft. It's from my customer's 81 Buick, Oldsmobile Cutlass. So he wants to shorten this down to 50 inches. It's about 52 and a half now. And I always examine these things. Any used drive shaft, I'm not picking on this particular one. I examine them all just because I got to cut them and shorten them, and I want to see what I'm dealing with. And that's part of what I usually tell people is we talk about what we talk about, but I end up working on what shows up, and this is what showed up on this one. So, and you can't tell with these things. I mean, external inspection, yeah, it's good. It's the exterior condition looks good. It's got no big kinks in it, dents, dings. It's pretty good that way. So watch the indicator. So you can see I got it marked plus 25. So back to 0, plus 25. So, and it's 25, 20, 10 down there. That's the axle end. That's actually pretty good. Especially for an old drive shaft. Some of this is probably due with wear and tear, just they change over time. And some of it is just because it's an OE factory GM drive shaft, and they're not the highest quality that they ever built. So that there is one of these well jokes, and you can see right here, it's cone shaped. It's kind of shaped like a funnel right next to it, and that's the reason why, because that tapered cast piece, they just jam it in there, and it just swells the tubing up kind of like a funnel. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but that's a replacement well joke that has a turned hub on it that presses in and it doesn't swell the tubing. So, like I said, externally, just, observing the exterior of this thing, it looks great. You don't know what what you're getting into unless you do what I'm doing right here, which I always do, just to see, what I'm actually dealing with. So obviously, in this situation, that end's pretty good. I'm going to cut this end off, and putting a well joke in there correctly and not welding it in cockeyed will go a long ways to correcting this. And if not, I can straighten the rest of it. There's several different approaches, but this is the beginning of selecting how you're going to do this. And there's no smoke and mirrors with me. I mean, this is my balancer. The trunnions are locked out, so it's fixed here. So this is spinning it the way it would spin in the car. And I do this so I know what I'm dealing with, and so that it shows, because this is not obvious. You can't see the run out in this just by looking at it on a bench. So we will discuss what my customer wants to do, and we'll move forward from here.